Alright, boys and girls, today we're going to start on our Unit 1, Order of Operations in Whole Numbers. These are your 5th grade standards, and we're going to begin with 508.1, which is the first standard that you will work with in your unit plan. So let's start. Alright, so we are starting with GSE, which stands for Georgia Standards of Excellence. The 5 stands for 5th grade. OA stands for Order of Operations, Algebraic Thinking, and 1 represents the first standard. So, we're going to use parentheses, brackets, or braces in numerical expressions and evaluate expressions with these symbols. Now, we went through a couple of symbols in this first statement. Parentheses, brackets, or braces in numerical expressions. Those, what I just underlined, are all symbols. And our next page, we're going to talk about what those symbols are, how they are used, and what they look like. So our objective for this lesson, you're going to use the order of operations to evaluate numerical expressions. Now remember, numerical expressions do not have an equal sign. Numerical expressions do not have an equal sign. No. Remember that. Because once you have an equal sign, it is no longer a numerical expression, it is an equation. Alright, so let's move on to the next page. Alright, with the order of operations, we have a little something called PEMDAS. PEMDAS. Now, when working with PEMDAS and order of operations, there is a particular order that you use to help evaluate your expressions correctly. We have the P, which stands for parentheses, and they look like this. E stands for exponent, and with the exponent, you usually have, let me change back to my pen. With an exponent, you usually have a letter, and then right above that letter, like an E, it could be a little number. It could be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is your base, and then this is your exponent right here. Now, beginning of 5th grade, standard 508.1, we're not going to too much work with a lot of exponents, but you will have some exposure because you will see them a lot more towards the end of the year, and especially when you get in 6th grade. Our next step is multiplication, and you know that multiplication sign, of course. Division, you know what that sign looks like. Addition, of course you know what this sign looks like. And then we have subtraction. So PEMDAS. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Now, in order to evaluate a standard with the order of operation 508.1, you have to solve or find the answer to the expression. Numerical expression, it is a mathematical phrase that includes only numbers and operation symbols. Like I told you earlier, no equal signs. That does not make it a numerical expression. If it has an equal sign, it is not known as a numerical expression, okay? So let's move on. And remember, boys and girls, you can always pause the video or rewind it back if you want to look over some of the notes I have up here, or if you want to catch something that I said earlier, okay? That's the beauty of a flipped classroom. Alright, so now we're going to start with this problem right here. It says evaluate the expression. And I bet you're like, whoa, that's a lot. It is a lot. But remember, we follow PEMDAS. And I'm going to show you with the particular order that you use to solve your numerical expressions. So say for instance, I gave you a problem like this when you come into class tomorrow. You have the sum of 10 plus 6 times 6 minus the product of 4 times 10. Okay? So I'm going to start off by writing out my PEMDAS to the side. P-E-M. Hold on, let me do this. P-E-M, and then D-A-S. I bet you're like, whoa, it didn't look like that on the other page. I know. I was just showing you what the symbols look like on the last page. Right now, I'm going to show you how the order of operation works when you are evaluating an expression, okay? And evaluate is another word for solving it, all right? So when you're working with PEMDAS, remember the P stands for parentheses. The E stands for exponent. The M and the D stands for multiplication and division, and the A and the S stands for addition and subtraction. Let me put those in parentheses for you. Hopefully you guys can see that. Now, I'm going to say, do I see parentheses in this problem? Yes, I do. So I'm going to mark off parentheses because I'm going to start evaluating what's inside my parentheses. But I see addition and multiplication in there. There's two symbols. So I look at my reference and say, which one comes first? Multiplication or addition? I see multiplication in here. So multiplication comes before addition in PEMDAS. So I am going to solve this first. So 6 times 6 equals 36. I'm going to bring down my parentheses because I still have the 10 and the addition sign in there that I did nothing with. I have to finish evaluating what's inside here. So now I have 10 plus 36 minus 4 times 10. Well, I am going to go ahead and continue working my parentheses because I still have parentheses in my new numerical expression. So 10 plus 36 equals, hope you're thinking 46 because you're right. Now I'm going to bring down everything else that I have not touched yet. Minus 4 times 10. Now, I'm going to come back to my PEMDAS and say, okay, no more parentheses. Do I see a little X going in here? No. Mark that off. Do I see multiplication? I do. Look at there. Multiplication. 4 times 10 equals 40. Now, I need to bring I need to bring down my minus sign and my 46 because I can't leave that up there. I have to get a single number as my final answer. I cannot leave an expression because they told me to evaluate it. I need to keep evaluating till I get down to one single number. All right. Now I have 46 minus 40. 46 minus 40 equals what? 6. And that's it. So my final answer, when I evaluate this algebraic expression, numerical expression, my answer is 6. There we go. It's okay. If you want to rewind it back now and play back through this video as many times as you want to, by all means, do that now. But I'm going to keep moving on. Now we're at the stopping point. We're going to go to the next one when we start working with parentheses, brackets, and braces. Okay? So let's go back. And let's try another one. Practice this one, okay? Let's do 4 times 3 plus 2 minus 1. Okay? Here's my expression. Let's put my PEMDAS to the side. Okay, so now let's start. Check. Do you have parentheses? No. Moving on. Do I see exponents? No. Moving on. Do you see multiplication or division? Why, yes, I do. It's right there. 4 times 3 equals what? 12. I put my 12 down here, and then I remember to bring down everything else that I did not use. Now, this is where when you put the addition and subtraction and multiplication and division right next to each other, I'm about to show you why I did that. Brace yourselves. So, notice the only symbols we have left are addition and subtraction. Now, because I have addition and subtraction, it doesn't matter what order these symbols are in. If I just have addition and subtraction only left in my expression, I have to solve from left to right. From left, well, I'll change it around. I'll do it like this. From left to right. So start here, and you're going to stop here. From left to right. Same thing with multiplication, division. From left to right. You have to solve your expression from left to right, no matter what order it's in. So I'm going to start from my left. I'm going to group 12 plus 2 together. Okay? 12 plus 2 is what? 14. Bring down this minus, bring down this 1. Now I have 14 minus 1. Make this a little bit. Now, 14 minus 1 gives us what? 13. This is my final answer. Remember, numerical expression, no equal sign. I kept evaluating till I got down to a single answer. This is my final answer. Okay? Oh, let's do this right here. Clear page. Boom. Now I'm going to give you guys 2 problems. You're going to evaluate these, and then we're going to check it, okay? That's your first problem. And then here's your second problem. I'm okay with that. So go ahead, copy these problems down, pause the video, pause, right now, pause it, good. So now you finish working it out, let's go ahead and see if you got the right answer. I know you did because you're awesome math students. Let's start. All right, put out to the side my PEMDAS. I'll write over here because all right, so let's start. I have parentheses. Yes, I do. Start there first. 7 times 2 is what? 14. Bring down my plus sign. Bring down my 3, bring down my minus sign, bring down my 1. Look, now I have addition and subtraction left. What did I tell you? If you have addition and subtraction are the only two symbols left, you have to solve from left to right. Okay? I don't know if you can see that. From left to right. That's what you got to do. All right. So I'm going to do 14 plus 3, which equals 17. Bring down my minus, bring down my 1. 17 minus 1 is 16. I know you got it right. Yes, give yourself a pat on the back because you're awesome and you know it. Now, next problem. If you decide to do the first problem and then wait till I solve it, and now you're about to do the second problem, just pause me. I'll be here when you get done. Solve this problem. Put your PEMDAS to the side. Make sure you're using your strategy that I showed you. Notice what I'm doing every time before I start solving. I put my PEMDAS to the side. Why? Because my PEMDAS is my best friend. My PEMDAS is going to help me remember which order I go in. So, do I see parentheses in 25 divided by 5 plus 2 plus 7? In parentheses? No. Now, next one. Any exponents? No. Do you see any multiplication? No. Do you see any division? Yes. 25 divided by 5 is 5, of course. Bring down my plus, bring down my 2, bring down my plus, bring down that 7. Now, all I have left is addition sign and an addition sign. So what am I going to do? Add all three of those numbers up. Now, it doesn't matter if you decide to say 2 or 7 plus 2 plus 5. It doesn't matter. You're still going to get the same answer if you do 5 plus 2 plus 7. I like to start from left to right because we read a story starting from left to right. And then when we have PEMDAS and we have two of the symbols, addition, subtraction, or multiplication, division, we have to solve from left to right. So let's keep that routine going. Let's keep on solving from left to right. So 5 plus 2 is 7. Bring down that plus, bring down that 7. 7 plus 7 is 14. And you're done. Yes. That's it. So I hope you guys got a chance to work with these problems. If not, rewind it, and when you come in, we will work some more on this standard right here, okay? This is a skill. We're going to work some more on this, and then you guys are going to become experts. I mean it. You're going to become experts. That's how we roll in Miss Davis' class. Love you, and happy watching.